Volunteer.
I'll go. I'll get it out of the way. Let's go.
No, Brittany, we're gonna let you wait a little bit.
Oh, all right. Oh shit.
The Dukes.
Yeah.
All right, let's do Zillow.
All right, let's do it.
Hey, Alexa Marston, can you patch us in?
Hi, this is Alex, and I'll be connecting you to your agent now.
Hey, is this Andre?
Yeah, speaking.
Hey, Andre, this is Jason, your preferred agent with Zillow. How you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing fantastic, Jason.
Hey, I got your inquiry on 123 Main Street. When would you like to take a look at that?
Hey, you know what? Is that property pending?
Let me check on that for you. Yeah, it does appear that one's pending, but we've got a lot of properties like that in the area. Why don't we meet at one of those?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right, so what's your availability?
I'm available tomorrow after 3:39 p.m.
Okay, 3:39. That's pretty.
Yes.
How will 4 work better?
Yeah, 4 would work.
Okay. So, what was it about this property that attracted you to it?
I would say the RV access and the pool, and that it was single story.
All right, RV access, pool.
And then also it had solar. I really like that it had solar.
Now, does it matter if the solar's paid or leased?
No.
No, either or. Okay. So, RV access, pool, solar. There was one other thing you mentioned, but I missed it.
Single story.
Single story. That's it. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find properties that kind of meet this criteria, and I'll email those over to you as well as my business card so that you have my information.
Okay.
And then I'll follow up with you, and we can meet at one of those at 4 p.m. tomorrow. And we'll get started on looking for you. Now, you may get some calls from other people in regards to this inquiry. Just let them know Jason Dukes from the Camara Group has you taken care of.
Okay, I can definitely do that.
All right, so that's it. Unless you have anything else, I'll see you. I'll text over some addresses. We'll pick one out, and then we'll meet tomorrow at 4 p.m.
All right, perfect. Sounds great.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Smooth.
I said, yeah, smooth. Go ahead, Brittany.
Smooth. Very just like no nervousness, very just nonchalant, very just, hey, how can we help? Okay, cool. Sounds good. Awesome. Perfect. To the point. Smooth.
Yeah. I would have to say Jason definitely just very fluent, very smooth. Like, hey, I'm calling you because I need to get in this house. This house isn't available, but I'll have a offer, you have an item of value because you have other properties in the area. Meet me at one of those. So sounds good. So no, I thought that was really good. Okay.
Excuse me to butt in. I'm sorry. How about listening to a call from Jason regarding Google PPC calls?
Oh, do we want to have Jason?
Yesterday, he also made a role play with Zillow. It's exciting to hear taking care of a Google PPC call. How about that, Andre?
Okay, we can do that. Burley,
Thank
you. Jason.
What? So what?
Yeah, GPPC.
All right.
You got to do it blindfolded. All right, whenever you're ready.
All right, ring.
Hello.
Hello, Andre.
Yeah, speaking.
All right, hold on a bit. This is Jason from the CamaraGroup.net. You recently registered with our free search home website and was looking at some properties. I was just wondering, are you browsing or are you looking to make a purchase in the near future?
You know what? I'm just browsing.
Browsing? Okay, that's fine. We're definitely, you're never going to get any pressure from us. Doesn't matter if you buy today or next year. We're just here to help you along the process. Oh crap, I'm having a brain fade. Hold on. It doesn't. What we find is that people who do research early on in the buying process ultimately end up avoiding a lot of mistakes and end up purchasing a much better home. So, with that being said, in a perfect world, when would you like to make a move?
3 months.
3 months? 3 months can go by really fast.
Yeah.
So what we would want to do is get you started on this process now. What exactly are you looking for in a home?
3-bed, 2-bath, single story. I don't care about the front or backyard. Just gonna really live in it. I commute to the Bay Area a lot, so it'd just be a place to sleep.
So not real specific. So freeway access, that'd be pretty important to you, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Any particular town? What area are you looking at?
Stockton and Stockton only.
Just Stockton?
Yeah.
All right. Stockton area. Now, do you have a price range that you're looking at, that you're looking to stay in?
Like the 450 price range.
450? If you don't mind me asking, how'd you come up with that price range?
I just was looking at houses, and the houses that I'd be willing to pay for were around that 450 price range.
Okay, great. All right, so do you currently own, or are you renting?
Renting.
Renting. So you'd be a first-time home buyer?
Yeah.
Great. We're actually a one-stop shop here at the Camara Group, and we have a great lender and some great programs for first-time home buyers. Have you actually spoken to a lender yet?
No, not yet.
Okay. How's your credit? As far as, do you have any idea what your credit score is? Or
I would think it's really good.
is it really good? Okay. I would like to have my lender reach out to you and kind of get an idea for where you're at, so we can make sure that we're looking at the right homes within your price range, so that we can find a home that fits your budget really well.
Okay.
I would also like to set you up for a buyer's consultation here in the next week or so. My schedule fills up pretty fast, so would you be able to meet within the next week?
What is a buyer's consultation?
What that does is I'll sit down with you. It only takes about 15 minutes, and I'll go over the whole home buying process. And since you're a first-time home buyer, we can go through this process step by step, and just kind of let you know what I'm going to do for you as your buyer's agent, and just kind of give you a plan of action, and that we could get you on to get you ready for the next 3 months and get you ready to make a home purchase.
Okay.
Is that something you'd like to do?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I have tomorrow afternoon or Friday afternoon available, which
I can do tomorrow at 4 p.m. Does that work?
Yeah, that's great. Now, would you rather do that in person or over Zoom?
We can do it over Zoom.
So we'll do that via Zoom. So I'll send you a link and information in your email. I have that here. Just want to verify that is andre@thecamaragroup.net.
You got it.
All right, so I'll send over that information and confirmation and a Zoom link so that we can get that set up. And did you have any questions for me?
No.
Okay, I'm also going to reach out to my lender and have them get in contact with you.
Okay.
Start going over, the qualification process and see what you qualify for.
Okay.
We'll go there.
It works.
All right, cool. We'll see you tomorrow on Zoom.
All right. Sounds good.
Take care.
All right. I thought that was great. The only thing is don't ask the credit.
Yeah, I need to find a better way to get that.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be too personal, right? I don't want to ask for too much information in that first call.
Okay.
I mean, that's my opinion. How would you get, because we want to find out their creditworthiness before passing them on to our lenders. So
Yeah.
how would you go about getting that out of them?
I would just say, and what the lender is going to look for is, they're going to look at your income, your credit, and, your work history. You can mention those 3 things.
All right.
Brittany, do you mind running the role play here for a few minutes?
Sure.
Okay, I apologize. I'll be back.
That's okay.
Get out of here, cat.
All right. Ricardo or Helen?
I'm pretty sure it's just me, because I think Helen's just listening.
Okay. All right, Ricardo, you're up then.
All right.
What do you want to do? What do you feel the least confident in?
I pretty much hate the Google paperclips.
Okay.
Paperclips. I think it's just the browsing part. I know I'm gonna mess that up too, because I don't really rehearse it.
Okay. Okay. So first of all, let me turn on my screen here so you guys can know that I'm a real human.
Turn mine on too.
Okay. So first of all, let's switch that mindset, right? Okay. So we're going to walk into this with a serving mindset. We are calling these people. We are asking for them to raise their hand.
Like
If they raise their hand, we're like, okay, cool, we can help you. If they don't raise their hand, then it's like, no big deal. We're moving on to the next person who wants to raise their hand. So I want you to switch your mindset when you start this, because you're already telling yourself that you're going to mess it up, and you're not going to mess it up.
Well, I think I could get through it. The only
better.
thing is, like, every time I make phone calls, I always have my notebook here, the whole script written, so I can read it. You know, it's just the objection, like, hey, I'm just browsing.
Okay.
So, I mean, I feel like I can do it, but it's just, I know that's the one part I struggle with the most.
So do you want me to run it through with you first, and then we can run it back?
Well, we could just run it through and we'll see how bad I butcher it.
Okay. Okay. All right. Take your best stab at it.
All right, let's go.
Ring me in.
All right. Hi, Brittany.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi, Brittany. This is Ricardo from the CamaraGroup.net. You registered on our free home search website, and I was just seeing how the home search is going for you. Are you just browsing, or are you looking to make a move in the next little while?
I was just kind of browsing, maybe in the next year or so.
Okay, just browsing. You see, that's the thing. Okay, well, you see, so okay, that's perfectly fine. You see, I'll look right at my notebook, and that's the one thing, like, I don't study it. So that's why I struggle with the most. I feel like I could do the buyer's consultation, but okay, let me see. Let's just get through it. Well, hey, that's fine. Here at the Camara Group, there's no pressure. It doesn't matter if you buy a house today or 5 years from now. The one of the things that we do see is that when buyers start the process early, they avoid a lot of mistakes on the way, and they also ultimately find a better home, in the browsing stage. So I know you say you were just browsing, but in a perfect world, how soon do you want to see yourself in a new home?
Well, I mean, shit, between you and I, like, I said a year, but it would be great if I can get into a home now. I don't have the down payment yet. How am I supposed to? I don't even know what I can afford.
Okay. You see, like, I guess, okay. How would you attack that?
Okay.
Naturally, I would just say, well, hey, are you a first-time home buyer? There's a lot of great programs out there that can help you get down payment assistance to get you into a new home. Or should I just say maybe reach out to a lender?
So the only thing that I would say is the point of us dialing Google pay-per-clicks, right, is to make sure that they are good leads, right? So we always want to try to transition into a buyer's consult first before we patch them into the lender, right? Because if they don't show up for your buyer's consult, what are the chances that they're going to respond to the lender? Mm-hmm. Right. So in that case, if I'm sitting here saying, like, hey, like, I don't have the down payment, I don't even know what I can afford, then you could take that a couple different directions. The way that you took it is, hey, like, well, have you talked to anyone about a possible down payment assistance program that would help you with your down payment? So you could, have the option to get into a house at a lower rate. And then, 9 times out of 10, they're like, oh, really? You're like, yeah. Have you talked to anyone about the home buying process, kind of from A to Z to assess your options? Chances are they're going to be like, no. Then you can be like, well, what location are you looking in? You can kind of ask a couple questions and then wrap it up with be like, well, what I love to offer my buyers is I love to offer them a 15-20 minute consult just to kind of break everything down, get an understanding of what you really want, help you understand what's going on in the market, and then let you know that what we do differently at the Camara Group that has helped so many people get in homes. Would that benefit you? Right. So you're taking that pain point of them saying, hey, I don't have a down payment. You're like, okay, well, what if we could solve that for you? Would that help? Take one thing at a time. Like, okay, well, you're telling me you can't afford it. Doesn't sound like you've talked to anyone about your buying power. Is that correct? Okay, perfect. Well, what area were you looking in? Okay, perfect. Well, would it help you if you sat down with an agent and kind of went over this whole process to get this started, to see where you're at, to get into the next steps? So do you see how I took that one thing that I said and just funneled it into that?
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because a lot of the times we get on the phone and we get really overwhelmed. But if they're giving us information, we can pull that information. If they're not giving, if I'm not giving you information like, no, I'm just browsing. No, next year. No, yeah, I know about down payment assistance programs. No, I'm just browsing. Then like, there's nothing to grab onto, right? So go again.
All right. Start from the beginning.
Yeah.
All right. Hi, Brittany.
Yeah, this is her.
Hi, Brittany. This is Ricardo with the CamaraGroup.net. You've registered on our free home search website a while back, and I was just checking in to see how the home search was going for you. Are you just browsing, or are you looking to make a move in the next little while?
Oh, I'm just kind of browsing right now.
Okay, well, hey, that's perfectly fine, Brittany. You know, it doesn't matter if you buy a house now or 5 years from now. You know, one thing is that, you know, one thing that we do see is that buyers, when they do start the home search process early, they ultimately avoid a lot of mistakes on the way, and they avoid a lot of mistakes on the way, and they ultimately find a better home in that process. So I know you said you were just browsing, Brittany, but in a perfect world, how soon would you like to be in a new home?
Well, dang man, between me and you, I'd love to be in a home like last year, but you know, with these home prices, and I'm still saving for a down payment. That's why I'm just kind of browsing.
Okay, and then Brittany, are you a first-time home buyer?
Yeah, I am. Actually,
Okay, well, to help you out with your down payment, and here in this, you know, there are a lot of programs for down payment assistance that can definitely help you get into a new home. Now, have you spoken with any lenders yet to talk about what your buying power is?
No. I wouldn't even know where to start, honestly.
Okay, well, here at the Camara Group, we're a one-stop shop. So we do have a preferred lender that I'm sure they would love to get in contact with you, and they can go over the whole process of like the down payment assistance, you know, your buying power, you know, what you can afford, and, you know, stuff like that. Would that be something you're interested in looking into?
Yeah, absolutely. That would help a lot.
Okay, perfect, Brittany. And then location-wise, what cities are you looking to move into?
I mean, I don't know, just kind of, I would love to live in Brentwood, but the prices here are insane. So really just anywhere I can afford. I'm not picky. I'm not going to be picky. Like, it's my first home. Just the monthly payment is obviously going to be the biggest concern for me, because I don't want to be like financially strapped.
Okay, and then I know you just said you didn't matter where, as long as you can afford it. Do you happen to have a price range on the properties that you're looking at? Like, what, you have an idea that you can afford?
I don't know, but the lender could help with that, right?
Yeah, most definitely. Our lender, like I said, she can reach out to you. She get all the information. They'll crunch the numbers, and then you could probably have a better understanding, you know, of what you can buy and where you can buy.
Okay.
So one things I know, I feel like it's kind of getting better, but I'm trying to go through the LP Mama thing, and then it's just like you weren't giving me nothing. So I was like, fuck. So with that, at that point, basically like, hey, you know, you could reach out to the lender, and once we get you verified on stuff, maybe we could set up a Zoom call or something, or before that.
So what I would have done in your case is you kind of jumped around, right? So like, think of LP Mama. LP Mama is a great guideline, but we talked about the mortgage first, right? So you don't necessarily have to circle back on the mortgage, but what you could do is just like bridge, like, hey, Brittany, I totally hear you. It sounds like you don't really know the location you're looking in. You don't really know the price. You are a first-time home buyer. And what I love to do for all of my buyers is get them on a 15-20 minute Zoom, and just kind of take them through the whole buying process. Then you lead them into that direction, right? Does that make sense? Does that bridge kind of help you? Because obviously they're not working with an agent, right? If they're like, no, I haven't talked to anyone, you know, or maybe they have in the past, but now they're open to talking with you because you're providing them, hey, I have got a lender, I could do down payment assistance, you know? So that's where I would have bridged.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I mean, it just, like I said, like you weren't really giving me much with like the location, the price. So I'm trying to figure out like, how can I get this, you know, because how can I, you know, normally it's like, hey, I'd love to get you on a search in these areas. If you say anything that you like, you know, while you're talking with the lender, you know, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so you weren't giving me much information to grab onto. So that was the whole thing. But I felt like I did the lender thing pretty good.
You did, yeah.
Maybe it just stuttered a bit. Like,
Jason, do you have any comments?
No.
Be honest as a coach, man. I was a football player too, so you can be brutally honest.
What was that?
I said, speak to me like a coach, because I used to play football too. So just be honest with my technique.
I'm like the most inexperienced player here, but I just try and hear them, and then sometimes you can let them lead the conversation, I guess. So when she's giving you information about not being qualified and this and that, then bring up about first time home buyer programs, down payment assistance programs, and then just at that point I would have tried to get them into a buyer's consult, because obviously the person it has very little information. We just got to try and get them as much as we can. So that's all I would have done.
Yeah, I think that's where I hesitated, because I didn't get to the buyer's consultation. So I think that's probably where I probably should have stopped everything. It's like, hey, well, one thing we do like to do is put our buyers on a on a Zillow call through a buyer's consultation, where we talk about the home buying process from A to Z, talk about what we do differently here at the Camara group, and talk about what the current market is. That's probably how I should have ended it. And then be like, are you interested in that? Yeah. And then see what happens, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of ways to bridge. And unfortunately, the hard part is you have to throw yourself into the fire in order to figure out the wording that works best for you, right? That's why we do all these role plays, so we can word vomit here instead of on the phones. But the biggest thing that has helped me is not necessarily just trying to get through the script and listening to what that person says on the opposite end, because I can't tell you how many times someone has been like, I'm ready to move in the next year or two, but the only thing stopping me is a down payment. So even at that point, you could have asked, like, is that the only thing stopping you is a down payment? Like, okay, well, we have a lender that can help with that. But what I would really love to do is just have a better understanding of what you're looking for, but also as a new buyer, educate you as to what's going on in the market. We could do this 15, 20 minutes over Zoom. Would that be helpful for you? I always ask, would that be helpful for you? Because then it's coming from, like, I don't know what you said earlier. Is that something you're interested in? I said
that would, maybe interested or benefit you. I think one of those. I think interested in.
Is that something you'd be interested in? Some people are going to be like, no, I'm cool. But if it's like, is that something that would help you get started in this whole process? Then they're more inclined to say yes. Like, oh, this person wants to help me. It's like it's almost like a mind trick. It's like the same words, but it's a play on words.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, for the most part, you were able to kind of navigate through that. We just, repetition will help you just bridge those stronger.
Okay. Well, hopefully I get some interesting calls today.
Okay. You guys want to put me on the chopping block?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. You want to do a Google pay-per-click? You can see how I try to navigate it.
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right. Ring, ring, ring.
You calling me, right?
Yeah, I'm calling you.
Okay. Hello.
Hi, I'm looking for Ricardo.
This is him.
Hey, Ricardo. My name is Brittany Marston with the Camara Group. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing pretty good, Brittany. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, Ricardo. Thanks so much for asking. Ricardo, I am reaching out to you today because you're actually registered on our free home search website. And I wanted to follow up with you. Are you just browsing, or are you looking to purchase a home in the next little while?
I am currently browsing. I'm just in the beginning stage. I just started searching, for homes.
Yeah, totally. Just kind of keeping an eye on the market for yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, well, perfect, Ricardo. Honestly, we find that buyers ultimately find themselves a better home when they do start their research early and avoid a lot of mistakes. Do you happen to be a first-time home buyer?
I am not a first-time home buyer.
Okay, perfect. So let me ask you this, Ricardo. Are you currently renting right now, or do you own the home that you live in?
I own the home.
Okay, and what's got you kind of browsing around? Are you looking to upgrade, or
exactly? I'm looking to upgrade, looking to move out of my current city, move over to Manteca. So just kind of get something bigger, better, and then rent out my other property.
Okay, perfect. And when you say you're just browsing, I hear that you're just kind of taking a look at the market, but in a perfect world, when were you looking to make that move into that upgraded house?
Oh, well, the interest rates, they're pretty high right now. So I'm kind of just hoping they fall down a little bit. But if I see something I like, hopefully within maybe 6 months.
Okay, 6 months. Well, that will definitely come up quick. It sounds like you finding the right home is the most important thing outside of everything else. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I hear you're looking in Manteca. What else are you looking for?
Pretty much just, like a little oasis, just to get away from work, just where I can relax. So, something like that, something kind of secluded. But yeah.
Okay, perfect. And have you talked to anybody about your buying power? Do you know what price range you'd be looking in?
I'm looking around maybe 700,000.
Okay, perfect. In that Manteca area. But have you talked to anyone about your buying power, Ricardo?
I have not.
Okay, no problem at all. At the Camara Group, we are a one-stop shop, so we do have a preferred lender in the area that could help you, and they could kind of dial in all those interest rates and everything for you, so you really know what you're looking at. You're not a first-time home buyer, so you kind of understand what's going on, but the reason why I really like our lender is because they break everything down so clearly. So at the end of the day, you know exactly what you're going to be paying for that monthly mortgage. Okay, so, and is the interest rate kind of the only thing that's stopping you from looking right now?
It's not really stopping me, but it is just kind of keeping me on my toes a bit. I know they're probably going to keep going up, so maybe it might be just the time to just buy now and then refinance later.
Yeah, and I do recommend that, just because, all the market experts, they're not seeing a decline coming for, home prices, this market, any interest rates. So what I would love to do with you, Ricardo, is actually, I would love to just get a better understanding of what you're really looking for. You say oasis, but how many beds does that include? How many baths does that include? But also, I want to educate you on what's going on in this current market so that when we do find that house for you, that you are, that oasis, you're prepared as to how we make a strong offer in this market for you. And also just kind of let you know what we do specialty here at the Camara Group that helps people, like families like yourself, upgrade into new homes. So I can typically do this over Zoom. It takes us about 15-20 minutes. Is that something that would help you kind of get started in the right direction on this search?
Yeah, I think it will, because, I bought my house back in 1990. So, I don't know what this current market, it does seem pretty crazy. So I think I would like to get some more information about it.
It is a very, very different market, and we will definitely go over everything that you need to know. So bring all your questions. So like I said, 15-20 minutes. What does your schedule look like next week for us?
My schedule is pretty open after 6 p.m. So any day after 6 p.m.
Any day after 6 p.m. So let's do Wednesday, the 1st, after 6 p.m. I will go ahead and shoot you a text if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, perfect. With all the Zoom information and my business cards, you have all my contact information, and then we will meet next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Just kind of go over everything for you, okay?
Okay, perfect. Sounds great, Brittany.
Okay, perfect, Ricardo. Well, thank you so much for your time today, and look out for that text from me soon.
All right, I will. Thank you.
Stud.
You're welcome.
Well, pretty good. I mean, I kind of threw, like the first time home buyer. I'm not a first time home buyer, interest rate. So I think you did pretty good.
Sorry,
that was a good one.
I had to take a crazy phone call. But Travis told me to give you some bones. He said you're a good host.
Okay.
Must be that DFT working in Yoso.
Oh, I don't even have one on yet today.
But yeah, nothing feels better than coming in and hearing you book an appointment. So
yeah,
I'm proud of you, stud.
Hey, did you get to hear that kind of whole transition with him not being a first time home buyer or anything like that?
I did not, but it is recorded, so I can always go back and take a look.
All right, Jason, let's hear it since, you were kind of on the phone.
I missed most of it because I had to talk to my principal. So.
All right. Anyone else that was listening that has any feedback that can speak? No. Ellen, Sarah? No? Okay. All right. Well,
I think you did great.
Yeah. So, training at 12 o'clock, you guys, is going to be we're going to see the listing appointment play out. So it'll be about 32 minutes. That'll be at 12. And yeah, you ready?
Yeah, I'll be there in 5 minutes to pick up the flyers.
Oh, I need to print the flyers.
That's why I thought I'd tell you.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Britt, dude, Trapalicious. I see you over there putting in them games.
My traps are so bad today.
That's good though. That's good. All right, team. Well, hey, Brittany, thank you for guest hosting for 15 minutes. I appreciate you so much. And I will see you guys here in about 26 minutes and 32 seconds.
I'm not the role play master, but you know.
Hey, you are
Way
a
better, way
descendant. You
better.
are a descendant. So, all right, you guys.
All right, bye, team.